Justice of the Peace Eric Williams goes on trial today for the first of 3 murders he's charged with. Prosecutors say they'll seek the death penalty. Defense attorney Barry Sorrels will be watching the case unfold in Rockwall. He's charged with 3 murders. He's only being tried on 1. Why is that?
I think the state, because of the aggravated nature of this case, they want to keep all options on the table, and they're going to see how this trial goes, and depending upon the record and the results, they may, just for insurance, try him once, maybe, and twice again, just to show the world that if you commit a crime like this, we're going to throw everything we've got at you.
There are some cases in which they'll just try what they consider their best case, in which they're most likely to get the death penalty, and hold the other 2 in reserve in case something's overturned on appeal.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And I think that trying Cynthia McClellan's case first is the best case. I mean, there's no argument that there's some sort of resentment involved that would mitigate the nature of the case. I mean, can't even arguably be characterized as anything except an absolutely innocent person.
Right. In these death penalty cases, though, there are some very strict rules. Automatic appeal, for one thing, if he's convicted. But sometimes the defense attorneys will kind of hold things in abeyance. There's overwhelming evidence against Eric Williams for the prosecution, right? From what we've heard?
Yeah, I've never seen so much evidence, the breadth and the scope and the amount of expert testimony, forensic science is going to connect him to this offense. That's exactly right. It's overwhelming.
So what happens is frequently the defense will say, okay, we're going to kind of hold our cards until the sentencing phase, assuming he's going to get convicted, try to at least save his life.
Well, that oftentimes is exactly the strategy. I'm not sure that needs to be the strategy in this case, just because of the nature of the evidence, not only on guilt or innocence, but also punishment. There's so much punishment evidence. I think the defense just needs to come out swinging from the floor, fighting tooth and nail for their client, making sure he gets a fair trial. All the evidence is challenged and confronted. I don't think they need to hold back for anything. I say the best defense is just to come out swinging and stay that way from start to finish.
You frequently hear innocent until proven guilty. That's what they are going to be told over and over again, that the state must prove its case. Juries take a case like this very, very seriously, and they will make the prosecution prove its case.
Well, I couldn't agree with anything more than that statement. I've been doing this trial stuff a long time, and I trust juries. They will show up at the courthouse wanting to make the right decision based upon the evidence and the law. In the overwhelming amount of time, I believe that they do. They take their job very seriously.
Right, and they will hold the prosecution feet to the fire. And I mean, you've seen cases in which the prosecution may have come into it overconfident and finds out the hard way they didn't prove their case.
Well, I agree with you. They'll make the state prove their case, and they'll hold them to the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
What about his wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, testifying against him? And you said that she is saying, her attorneys are saying, that she does not have a plea bargain with the prosecution. She's also charged with murder, but she'll be a prosecution witness.
Yeah, oftentimes cooperating witnesses have deals that they've made where they receive some benefit for their cooperation. Her attorney and also the state's attorney have told Judge Snipes in open court there's no deal expressed or implied. And I don't think they'd say that if it wasn't true, but I do think that she is expecting a benefit for her cooperation. That's going to, from her point of view, not be there pursuing death.
Right. She has some very serious health issues, and part of her deal could be being sent to a medical facility instead of a general population
Yeah, there's
prison.
all sorts of things, benefits she could get from cooperating, but she doesn't, at this point, know what they'll be.
Right. Okay. Barry Sorrels, thanks very much.
Thanks, Tim.
We look forward to your insight throughout the trial. More to come here on Good Day. The family of a missing woman